Well, today we launch a new mini season of our true crime podcast, Dark Side of the Land. It is 4 episodes profiling wicked women of Cleveland.
Ferocious murderess and devious scam artists like Cassie Chadwick. Jen Pachano dug into the archives of the Cleveland History Center for these fascinating stories.
Cassie Chadwick rubbed elbows with the rich and famous of Cleveland's Millionaires Row by pretending for years to be the illegitimate daughter of the richest man in the country, Andrew Carnegie. She scammed banks out of millions. Her web of lies and schemes has intrigued historians and even actors like the Women in History group who portray her in one of their programs.
She always defended herself and said, I've never done anything wrong. I have only done what men have done all these years in business, borrowing money that you don't necessarily have to pay back at that time or taking advantage of opportunities. There still are some debates about whether she was truly a criminal or was she a financial genius.
Her cons ranged from fake promissory notes saying she was to inherit millions to operating as a clairvoyant and a jewel smuggler, all to fuel her obsession with wealth. And she took her scam all the way to the doorstep of Andrew Carnegie himself.
She goes into the Carnegie Mansion for 20 to 30 minutes.
How does she even gain entry as a stranger? She's a stranger, right?
That's something she does not know Andrew Carnegie. She has never met him. All this stuff is lies.
Well, you can hear what she did to convince the wealthiest people in Cleveland to loan her millions of dollars and how to turn of the century con artist was finally caught. This first episode of Wicked Women is now available on 19news.com and wherever you get your podcast.